Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He scores B+. He's a good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a steady worker than a big talker, but he isn't likely to rise to the very top or take on big challenges at work. If his job gives him clear steps, he'll do them well and might even enjoy the routine. If things get tough or competitive, he may just walk away instead of standing his ground.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's not the type to lose his cool or shout. He'll stay pretty calm, but instead of facing problems head on, he'll often just step away or avoid dealing with them. He won't bounce back quickly with a fighting spirit, but he also won't have big emotional outbursts.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work likely find him easy to get along with because he avoids arguments and doesn't push his opinions on others. He isn't rude, but he doesn't always go out of his way to be extra polite or charming either. Most of the time, he stays in his own lane and focuses on his tasks, so he doesn't pick fights or create tension.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he's likely to feel happy for you rather than threatened. He enjoys seeing people he cares about succeed and doesn't measure his own worth against yours. He's not the type to feel jealous or compete with you.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not likely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. Money and competition aren't how he measures his value, so your success won't make him want to argue or prove a point. You won't have to walk on eggshells around him because you're doing well.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's quite careful with money and likes to have things in order. He keeps track of where his money goes and prefers a steady, planned way of spending rather than splurging on big or sudden purchases. You can trust him to manage a household budget smartly and avoid unnecessary debts.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. He's practical about money and focuses on what he truly needs rather than trying to impress others with expensive clothes, gadgets, or outings. With him, you don't have to worry about surprise debts or financial secrets.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is genuinely kind and warm hearted, always looking out for people he cares about. When it comes to helping or sharing with loved ones, he won't hold back. He's open hearted rather than stingy. His kindness isn't loud, but it's steady and real.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's open and straight when it comes to money. He prefers everyone to know where things stand. He won't hide expenses, keep secret accounts, or try to control every penny behind your back. With him, you won't have to worry about strange surprises or power plays.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes that housework should be shared and doesn't think it's just your job. He likes having things neat and organized, so he's willing to pitch in and do his part without complaining or making excuses. Living with him, you'll find teamwork and support, not the feeling that everything falls on your shoulders.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will actually roll up his sleeves and help with chores and even things like changing diapers. He's not the type to just stand around and tell you what to do or supervise from the side. With him, you'll feel like you have a real partner, not just someone watching from the couch.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He isn't someone who likes to argue just to prove a point. Instead, if you share your feelings or opinions, he'll listen quietly and won't push back just to win. With him, you'll feel less pressure to defend yourself and more space for your feelings to be heard.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays calm and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. Instead of raising his voice or throwing insults, he is more likely to go quiet and keep his feelings to himself. If he needs space, he'll simply step away for a while rather than argue or fight.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he's not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He's quite steady with his emotions and stays calm even when things go wrong. This is not a red flag. In fact, his calmness can make things more peaceful at home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He's able to say sorry and take responsibility when he's at fault. He doesn't look for ways to blame you or shift the problem onto someone else. He won't argue or make excuses just to defend himself. End.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no truly means no. He isn't the type to pressure you or ignore your wishes just to get his own way. If you say you're not comfortable with something, he will quietly step back and give you the space you need rather than pushing or arguing. He values peace and kindness, so he wants you to feel safe and heard in the relationship.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he's not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He understands that everyone has their own feelings and needs, and he won't make you feel guilty or unwanted about it. You'll find that he respects your feelings and is gentle about sensitive moments like this.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values kindness and would never use something personal or intimate against you later, even if you have a disagreement. He understands that trust in a relationship is very important and respects your privacy deeply.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is the kind of man who values loyalty and tends to be faithful in relationships. When he chooses to be with someone, he prefers to focus on building a strong bond rather than looking around for excitement elsewhere. You can feel secure that he takes commitment seriously and won't let himself get easily distracted.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive or the type to act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He trusts the people he cares about and doesn't feel the need to check up on you all the time or question your every move. With him, you'll feel free and trusted, not suffocated by constant doubt or rules.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature doesn't come from a place of wanting to control you. He shows care by making sure you're comfortable and safe, but he doesn't use protection as an excuse to set rules or limit your choices. He respects your independence and trusts you to make decisions for yourself.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will see parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to do everything by yourself. He understands that raising children requires both parents to be involved, and he'll naturally pitch in without you having to nag or remind him all the time. He wants the home to run smoothly and for everyone to feel supported.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't shout or react harshly. Instead, he handles mistakes quietly and with a gentle approach. He believes in guiding them patiently, even when things go wrong.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and as your own person. He understands that you are more than just a parent, and he respects your need to have your own goals, hobbies, and time for yourself. He won't expect you to forget about your dreams or personal life after having kids.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will support your career now and then suddenly expect you to quit after having a child. He genuinely values your independence and respects your choices, whether it's about work or family. With him, you can trust that his support is real and lasting, not just temporary or for show.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just polite words on the surface. He genuinely cares about the people who matter to you and will make an effort to include your family as part of his own. With him, your parents will feel respected and truly valued, not just treated out of obligation. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He doesn't jump into arguments or add fuel to the fire. With him, you'll feel a steady presence who helps keep things balanced even when it's tough.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he's not the kind of man who behaves modern with you privately, but expects you to suddenly become a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values your true self and doesn't play double standards based on who's watching. With him, you can be yourself both at home and in front of others. He supports you for who you are, not for playing a role.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you and won't just stay out of it or side with others against you. He believes in standing by his partner, especially when things get tough. Even if he isn't loud about it, you'll feel his quiet loyalty and presence.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy. While he respects and cares for his mother, he doesn't let her wishes come before your happiness and well being. If there's a conflict between you and his mother, he won't blindly take her side or leave you to sort things out alone. He believes in building a strong partnership with you, where your feelings matter.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he will not share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He understands the importance of keeping personal matters between the two of you and values trust in your relationship. This shows he respects your privacy and wants to protect the special bond you have.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So this is why this guy scores B+. He's a good guy. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out feels peaceful, supportive, and gentle. He works hard, helps out without fuss, and quietly shows he cares in small, steady ways.